We sound like we out. Oh, we good. It sounds real good. All right. We out here, man. We back for another episode. Let me adjust my chair in this bitch. Woo! Alright, okay. Yeah, we out here. We golden, man. So we got a man that done came back through, man. This man, trials and tribulations, making shit happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We got my man Grammi up in the building.
Yes, sir.
Once again, man. Thank you for coming back.
I appreciate it for having me again, man.
Man, hey, look, I had to have you back for real, because, like, even since the last interview, man, like, you've been making some moves out here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you over here, you out here doing endless hosting. You know what I mean?
Show's been definitely coming out.
Show's been coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Money coming in. You know what I mean?
I'm actually going to Tennessee to talk with some guys at iHeartRadio on the 29th.
Oh, that's a perfect timing out this motherfucker, man.
Stand out here, stand down.
Godly, man. Since the last joint, you know what I'm saying? I know you had your little situation. You was gone for a little minute.
Yeah.
And when you came back, it was so funny because not really funny, but it was like everybody like really embraced it, like, oh man, Grammi home, this and that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you was on live, you was lit as a motherfucker up in this bitch, man.
Yeah.
That shit crazy, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like how was it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like being locked up and shit, you know what I'm saying? When you were kind of making so many strides and moves. Oh yeah, and before you answer that, for those that want to ask questions and shit, feel free. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got the jump right here.
Yeah, it's on live. Y'all want to ask questions?
Y'all go ahead and ask questions. We
definitely
got them right
here,
y'all. And we'll you know what I'm saying? We'll answer some of the questions that you might want to know about Grammi or just whatever in general and shit. But I'll let you go ahead and set that joint up. You know what I'm saying? Pen to pen.
Definitely ask questions.
Well, I'm telling you, man, these young dudes, man, they got their motherfucking Instagram down on lock.
Yeah.
Got it on lock. But yeah, like, so, you know what I'm saying? Like how long was you gone for?
Man, I was gone for like 4 or 5 months. 4.5 months, yeah.
Jesus.
And it was basically off of like a little violation, new charge. I ended up beating my new charge, so I had to wait for the parole board to send all the paperwork back. Like, I was released after the 3rd month. I sat over there for another 2 months just waiting to get released for real.
Word? Damn, that's fucked up how that shit works. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
That justice system, man. Something wrong with it.
Man, what? So, for those, because I feel like a lot of times, like, people, like glorify being locked up and shit like that. What are some misconceptions that some young dudes may have about being locked up and that's different than how it really is?
It's like half of the time, it be the dudes who ain't got nothing going for themselves or the people that's out here doing anything for real. Like, certain dudes, I can say they go to jail because at the end of the day, that's all they got. Like, they be in the streets because they can't probably get a job or they had too much felonies to like go another way. So all they know is the streets, and which I'm not saying is not wrong, because at the end of the day, if you feed your family and you slip up, then that's something that people take responsibility for. But when you got a family that's out here doing for you and you want to be in the streets, like, nah, you just in the way for real.
Man, super in the way. That, one thing I remember was like, I grew up in like Temple Hills and shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, I went back and forth Temple Hills in DC, but one thing I always used to notice was that some of the most dangerous niggas, like I done been around niggas that did endless wild shit, but the niggas that was really dangerous, that was the niggas that was committing crime for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, they people stay out Clinton. You know what I'm saying? They got it moving for real. They ain't really they ain't gotta rob nobody. They ain't gotta do none of that shit.
They got it made for themselves.
But like, it's like this the
culture. They see the lifestyle and they just see like the money, the cars, all the females. It's something they want because deep down inside they might have everything, but everything's not complete with their life. So they feel as though they need to be in the streets or just live that life, as someone would say. Like,
man, that shit whack as hell. Jesus Christ, man. Like, and so, like, I could just imagine, though, if you've been kind of perpetrating, like, with the Tekashi 6ix9ine shit. Matter of fact, let me ask you about that, since you know what I'm saying, this shit, you know what I'm saying, this shit viral and shit. So, this is kind of like my feeling. So, everybody out here is calling him a rat and this and that, and, which, he is. But one of the biggest things about it was that, to me, it was just such a lesson, because everybody knew. It's like, I mean, you could look at Tekashi off the top and be like, this dude is out here perfect.
After that incident in Chicago where he pulled up around Chief Keefway, made a 5-second video and hopped right back in the car, pulled off. I lost all respect for that, right?
At a different time of day, and then they uploaded the video later from what I heard.
Yeah, it was like 10 o'clock. He said it was out at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but so it's like, for me, I kind of feel a little bit of compassion for him, because it's just like, you know, he wasn't really built for all of that. You know what I'm saying? And the shit that he's looking at now, I mean, even if he snitches on everybody and tells the whole giggity gang, like I still don't see how he doesn't get no jail time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then he has to live to get out. That's the part that I'm like
you doing like it's gonna be publicized because who you are. So like, don't think anybody's not gonna know what you're doing because everything gonna hit the fan.
And how the fuck he gonna go and witness? I heard like, all right, man, he gonna be in like, you know, the feds gonna take care of him. He gonna be in witness protection. I'm like, how the fuck this nigga? Like, you could cut off your head.
There's ways around all that.
You got 6'9". What you going? You gotta get all your tattoos removed, all your face, like, and then like, you know, you got endless people to pay back. Like, people don't understand. Like, it's like you rob a nigga for, let's say you rob him for $500. You know, if you get caught, you spending way more than $500. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you talk about like actually having a lawyer without public defenders and shit, you talking about.
And I heard he told on his manager too.
Well, I heard his manager, and I might be wrong about this, but I heard his manager was talking to his girl or something like that. It was hitting, like that. That was the rules that was going. Like the manager was hitting his girl, and that was one of the I seen a meme that said like, you know, like the nigga, they was fucking this girl behind his back, stealing money from him. You think about to do 100 years for these niggas? Like,
that's probably why he told he was hitting his girl. He wasn't trying to stand there while he was hitting his girl.
That shit fucking wild as shit, man. But I don't know, man. That shit is, he got some bullshit coming to him, man. That shit's fucked up.
Definitely,
that shit's fucked up. But that, to me, that's just a lesson in, like, you know, there are other ways to get around it. You know what I'm saying? There are other ways to really try to, you know, make a name for yourself. Like, prior to that, he was doing, like, you know, like videography and shit. Yeah, like making videos and shit. You know what I'm saying?
People feel as though, like, when they chase their dreams and it's something that they really want, they'll look at somebody else's life and be like, oh, I want that life. But it's like, at the end of the day, you gotta have a passion for everything you do. If you don't have a passion for it, you're gonna fall.
Man, that's a fucking fact. Like, for those, let's say you got some younger dudes or whatever, maybe they're older or whatever, but they like aspiring comedians, and you know, you've been jumping out the ship. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I was watching your Instagram, like, you know, before you came on the show, like let's say 7-8 months ago and shit, you know, you was doing your thing, you know what I'm saying? But you wasn't like as connected and as blown up as you are now. Like, what's some tips for let's say a young comedian to try to, you know, get his name out here on Instagram and things of that nature?
For anybody that's out there that want to chase their dream and be a comedian or be an aspiring actor or anything, the only thing I can tell you is don't give up. Like, it's going to be hardships, it's going to be hard times. Like, I know it's going to be times where you're going to feel like you're not going to make it, you're not going to be able to get where you're going, but consistency is the key. Be consistent, have a passion for it, and always believe.
That's a fact. I mean, or I would say sometimes give up. Like, look, sometimes you're not funny. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of comedians that I
done had a show where I have a rough crowd. Like, it's been a last show. Like, shout out to my man Kray TV. Like, we did a show. Like, we got a show coming up on the 16th. So I did a show. We was at the box. We did a little show at the boxing ring. And I ain't gonna lie, it was just something about that show I wasn't feeling it. It's like when people tell you do good. I seen
some of the highlights from it, but I ain't see the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like when people tell you do good, and it's just like, I wish I could have did. I always said I could have did better. Like, people were like, you funny. I'm like, nah, I could have did way better.
But it's also the scenery that you know, a lot of the comedians, especially in DC, kind of go to. Like, there's a reason why, like, comedy clubs are structured the way they are. You know what I'm saying? You come in the joint, it's a 2-drink minimum. So they making sure you ain't all uptight. You know what I'm saying? You make sure you get some drinks up in you. You know what I'm saying? It's a closed setting, so nothing else is going around. I remember there was Draco threw a nice show. It was like him and Hen Dog and Ruffin over that joint. But one particular jump. But one of the things about it that I noticed was just that. So the game was playing as well. It was like a Wizards game. You know what I'm saying? So I seen people kind of looking back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, to me, I was like, God, that has to be incredibly difficult for a comedian, because it's like you already have to make everybody laugh. So it's like people got to pay the fuck attention. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes when you do the things at a bar, and then, like, to me, it's like they should cut everything else off. You know what I'm saying? Especially when the comedians are performing, because people get distracted. You know what I mean?
And it's like, you got to look at it like this too. Everybody who come in there didn't come to see you. Some of them didn't come to laugh. They just came maybe because they ain't. Like, you got to have that in your mind. Like, these people don't know you. You got to let them know you. Like, every show I do, even for the people that come for me and just know me, like, like bring up new jokes, new topics, new everything, and just surprise them as well.
Yeah, like you know, I've seen like a couple of your stand ups since, you know what I'm saying, like since you came home and shit. And one of the big things that I like about it is the progression of your jokes. You know, so sometimes I'll see some comedians where it's like the premise is the whole thing. Like they be like, you know, somebody eat ass out this joint. Yeah. And then they just, that's where it ends. They don't tell no story about
Somebody just asked me on the live when I said ask questions. They said, you eat booty? Yeah, acting crazy.
You
Shout
know?
out to China, man.
Right. But it's like, you know, like I see you telling stories within your jokes. And I was like, that right there is gonna, and I seen Pap, like I felt like I seen like kind of the evolution of Pap too, like especially with his stand up comedy. Now he like, you know, him bouncing out the Comedy Store, you know what I'm saying, out LA
man.
and shit.
That's Pap, man. They definitely doing big things out there in Cali, like.
But you couldn't do that unless like you actually had your jokes together and are really working those jokes through like stories and progressing. And I seen like, you know, he didn't got real swift with it.
It's all about passion. You gotta have. It's all what I go back to what I said about having passion for. Anybody. It's like a song. Anybody can write a song, have lyrics. It's all about the delivery. How you deliver your jokes. How you deliver yourself and you just gotta deliver good.
Man, that shit is interesting, man. Like so. One of the things about it, like let's say the DC comedy scene, like it's like a lot of y'all, like everybody really kind of knows each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, everybody knows.
It's like I wouldn't say we know each other, like, but it's just like we all like coming together, like, cause they try to make it to as though the comedians like want to beef and all, like they want to these like. That's why I'm not gonna say that's what I dislike about the DMV a little bit. Like we can't never come together, but the comedians we always try to come together. You see us, it's all positive, and it just. Yeah, you see Kray. You see Kray going on. Shout out to my man Kray TV. What's up, Kray?
Can you sign my shirt? This nigga Kray is fucking. Hey, look, I was just saying before we started this, I was like, man, that man Kray.
That's my man.
He gotta be goddamn the king of the live, man.
Yeah, Kray's definitely the king of the live. You join Kray live, you bound to get in trouble.
Man, what?
It's been endless times, man, where I done left it. You got it, Kray. Go ahead, add me another day. You hear me?
No bullshit. So. Like to kind of go into like, let's say like they want the comedians to beef. Like, well, I'm trying to think of some examples of that because I can't really think of. The only one I could think of is, well, Foots came out with a Foots had did a joke. Foots had did a joke and then Pap had did a joke almost immediately after that was kind of the same thing. Yeah. And so I think they were saying it like Pap stole the joke and things of that nature. Like. That's really what I be wanting to ask me, like, because for me these jokes ain't necessarily new. Like if you talk about like let's say Bernie Mac,
it's like common sense for it, like
exactly like, and so it's like how at what point is the joke being stolen? Because it's like, hey, look, if you remember Bernie Mac, like it wasn't like he was the first dude to talk about I'm an old nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm only fucking for 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You remember that, like on Def Comedy Jam, like he you know, R.I.P. But like, it wasn't that he like, it's not like that was the first time that joke ever came out. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you got to kind of switch it around to your flavor. And I want to ask this carefully. Like, so how would you feel? Because I'm trying to get this together. What would make you feel like somebody stole your joke?
If I like, it's like to steal my joke. It'd had to been something I've been doing for years. Like something people know I do, or something people know I say. Then I post it, and somebody else posted. Like with the whole Pap and Foot situation. Like shout out to Foots. Shout out to Pap.
Shout out to Foots. I like his comment.
Like I talked to Pap when that incident happened. It was like when Pap posted it. Like it's like he posted it and got off. Like so it's like he didn't see Foots. Like you know it's like a lot of feed going on, so it's like when you post things, you never really notice. Like it's been a time where I posted something, Goofy's had called me, and he had a similar idea, but he never like went through with it. But he called and asked. It's like I said, it's go back to being like it's common sense. Like stuff I do is relatable, so of course other people gonna relate. And if you're a comedian, you definitely gonna probably have the same intentions or the same. Like it's been endless times I done seen Hilarious Omar like do a skit, and I just be like, damn, I just did that. But it's like we always gotta be open minded. Like you just gotta be open minded to it.
Yeah, man. I think you know, especially when it comes to jokes, like I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I remember, like, you know, Joe Rogan, you know, he got like the biggest podcast in the fucking world at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, he came to like super prominence when he went at Carlos Mencia.
Yeah.
And it is some comedians out here that like, you know, still jokes. Like, you know, I ain't trying to get all to conspiracy theorist thing, but Carlos Mencia was literally standing in the joint. He would like other comedians would tell each other when this nigga done came in the goddamn show.
Yeah.
Because they know he'll take that shit and spit that shit verbatim. You know what I'm saying? Like smooth on the next show and shit. So it's like you gotta kind of be careful. And like, and then like, you know, especially one of the biggest things that I heard with Vine. Now, obviously, I don't know whether this is necessarily true, but this was like a big topic. Was I remember that like they were saying that like the bigger Viners, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas that had 1 million followers, what they would do is they would go look at other dudes' pages that had like 10,000 and shit.
Yeah.
And then take their ideas and spit them joints verbatim and shit.
Yeah, that's I actually had an interview with a Young Swag from Wild 'N Out, and I still have it on my page and everything. And when I interviewed him, well, we had a 1-on-1 like off the record, and he told me, he like, bro, like, he's like, when Wild 'N Out, they basically look at talent. Like, you can have 1 million and something followers and all like that. If you're not like, if you don't have the talent, it won't even add up for real. So it's not always about how many followers you got or how much clout you got. It's about your talent. Like, I look at my talent as like, okay, it's rare because at the end of the day, I'm getting through things and really writing stuff down and going through it with passion. So people always ask like, why you don't, like when they have shows and stuff, like why you don't be on the show with them? I'm like, it's not my time there. Like, I'm patient, whereas though I know I'm gonna come up. Like, I look at where I started and looking now. I only been doing this for like 1 year and 2 months.
Right.
And like already, I just been like, I've been blowing up. So
Yeah. You blowing up out this thing.
it's
you
like
know
all
what
I need is probably that one video, that one chance, like, and then it's over for me.
Then it's over, man. You know. And
once I'm there, ain't no coming back.
Yeah, that's real as fuck, man. Like I know, like for me personally, I think that I'm really proud of like the way that like DC comedy is going. You know what I mean? Because y'all are like real close knit. You know what I mean? And there's other places like that, like Detroit. You know what I mean? I don't know about Atlanta, but like I really like the way y'all be making moves and kind of working together on skits. Because I know one skit that had me fucking dying laughing was fucking the one that McKenton did with the he was talking about what was the girl like? Don't play us with my brother.
Yeah, it was like a Joan and Jane. They was doing like each other like the first century or something.
Right. Like I was like, yo, like it's some talent out here, some super fucking talent, man. I hope they have McKenton on this motherfucker too, man.
But it's like I'm gonna keep it real at the end of the day too, though. It's like with that, people they'll mess with you, but it's like to a certain extent. It's like everybody always going to protect their image or protect they clout, they followers, they goals, and they dreams. So it's like we all messing with each other. Don't get me wrong. I love every comedian that's doing what they got to do. But I know everybody's intention is not to bring everybody along with them. I know that.
Man, that's a fact. Even like, you know what I'm saying, with friends and shit. Like, I could say like...
There's been plenty of times I done seen like... It's been shows that's been passed. Like, recent incident that happened. I posted been on the show that got promoted. I look on the fly, my name not even on it. So I'm like... It just be crazy, man.
I done had that shit happen.
It's just been crazy,
like,
man.
God damn, I mean, I know I'm getting paid and shit, but damn, cuz, you know what I mean? Like,
but I just take it as though like I'm gonna work harder for when I. It's like other people's main goal is just to be the top in the DMV. My main goal is to be the top from the DMV. It's like it's bigger than Instagram with me. Like I want to be in movies, I want to be in shows, and people say that, but still looking around the DMV like. Like I told you, I'm going to Tennessee on the 29th. I'm trying to go out cat. Like I'm not just staying in DC. Like
I mean you got to
move around.
You got to expand your horizons. One of the big things why I fuck with you is just like there's this narrative that I think that don't get spit a lot of times when it comes to like responsibility. Like even when I start this podcast type shit, I don't feel like anybody owes me anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like unless I paid you for something, like don't nobody owe me anything. Like y'all come on the show, you know what I'm saying, and that's sweet. That's all I really needed. You know what I mean? But I know you'll have certain people where it's like they feel like you owe them. You know, you owe them something. Right, and that part like really kills me because it's like that's not gonna really get you nowhere. You can't be out here relying on other people to try to lift yourself up.
That's exactly why I say that when I do shows and I do everything, it's mostly be like by myself or like. The first person I call for a skating thing is Kray because like me and Kray from the same side of town. Like it's that like the bond, and we're like we knew each other before comedy, so it's just like it's not that like I can't call on Davey, I can't call on Pop. It's just that I know they standards and they levels, and it's like right now I'm not gonna say I'm trying to get to where they at, because at the end of the day, to be honest, I feel like my talent's just as good as theirs, to be honest. If not,
that's how you should feel.
If not, even better. Like I'm not gonna say I don't look up to nobody that's not there. You know what I'm saying? We all from the DMV, we all are here, so it's just like I'm trying to get above, beyond. Like it's just bigger than Instagram to me. Instagram is just something to give you a little entertainment while I'm really chasing the goal that's out there for real.
Nah, that's real. I mean, and especially for comedy, it's like kind of specific a little bit for like Instagram and shit. Because I know like some of the YouTube comedians, like they do things a little bit differently. Like I got Drama coming in like right after, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, Drama does a lot of, he does some skits that he puts on Instagram and shit, but he kind of bases his joint on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to me, I see a whole lot of utility in that, because Drama like.
And shout out to Drama too, because I see that he trying to go another way. He ain't trying to.
Right.
He ain't following the wave. He trying to go his own route.
I think for a minute.
I'm fucking him for that.
Yeah. So it's like there are multiple avenues in which to try to, you know, make your shit happen. And I think that the same way like in rap, if this is something that you really wanna do and something that you really feel passionate about, then you know whether you get this big or you don't never really take off or nothing.
Yeah.
You should have the passion to just keep going regardless. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you know that you truly love this shit. I feel like some people like they just want to be rappers because
everybody doing it.
Exactly. Like
they think the clout is good.
Right. The clout good. You know what I'm saying? They want to get noticed. Like, so really their goal is the attention. It's not the comedy, it's the attention. You know, and that's a recipe for failure in my opinion.
It's like the attention they seeking is like they're gonna have to live up to it. That's why I tell everybody every day. Like I'm not gonna lie, I used to rap too. I still do rap. I might be dropping an album, a mixtape, this year.
Hey, look,
be waiting on it, y'all.
Doing that now.
I might drop a mixtape this year. Why not? You hear me? But it's just like, with that being said, like it's just like you're gonna have to live up to your expectations. If you're in a rap talking about 30s and Dracos and all that, when you at the club and everybody like somebody confronts you, you get knocked out in the club, they can expect for you to go get the 40s and Dracos you've been talking about. So it's just like me, I look at it like I'm a comedian. Like I let other stuff show who I really am. I don't talk about it. I don't try to brag about it. Like me being locked up, me just doing certain things shows who I am, but I'm not trying to get there because I know where I'm from, but I know where I'm trying to go as well. So it's like I don't let that bring me down or just, you know what I mean?
I mean, look, it's not about like having, it's not about, I went to jail or whatever. Yeah. It's about being authentic. And that's what people appreciate regardless. People appreciate you being honest about who you are. And that's what, I think that's why Cardi B fucking, you know, blew up. Because, you know what I'm saying? She was just, you just could tell that that's her authentic self.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
that's who she was on a daily basis.
Yeah. You could tell because she was on Instagram on a daily basis. You know, so that's
yes, she
fact.
Was.
So have you ever have you had any situations like, you know, because, you know, you now making moves and you knowing a lot more people and a lot more people know you now. Have you had people like hate on you because of that? You know what I'm saying? You had people like, it's like all of a sudden, like, it's like, oh, now we beefing? Like I thought we was good just a minute ago.
It just be like, people you used to look at people you started from. It's like, I'm not gonna say they be hating. It's like they don't be trying to spec my moves. Like when people DM me for promotion and stuff, like I might don't, like they just be like, bro, F with me, like fuck with me, bro, post this and posting that. Like I'm looking at what I've been doing for the past, like, and I charge now. Like I don't charge no out. I'm not gonna charge you $500, but no, it's like 20, like 20 for 30. And it's just like people always trying to get free stuff, and it's just like even tickets to the show. I'm gonna be like, you can't pay $10 to get in, but if you want a gram or something, you trying to go smoke, you can spend 25 on a KD.
Facts.
Like
facts.
I want the people who spent that little $10 and $15 when I make it, they gonna get them free $300, $400 tickets. I don't want to wait till I get there and they be like, oh, I'm trying to go. Nah, I want everybody that was with me when I ain't had nothing to be with me when I got everything.
Nah, that's dead, and that's real. You know, like even with this podcast thing, like it's been tough because like, you know, a lot of times like I need like extra editing and a lot of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I can't really pay everybody all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like what I do is I be like, look, you know, I can help facilitate you. You know what I'm saying? If you like, look, especially like if you rap or you do some comedian stuff or whatever, like shit, you can use my camera, man. You know, if you help me, it's like it's not all about money. You know what I'm saying? It's also about like effort and work.
And I don't charge like everything. It just be like the things that people be wanting done sometimes. Like they ask, I need you in a skit. Like when you want me to do anything with me showing my face and my talent, I would rather you give me some type of incentive. And most of the time, I don't even charge. Like, it just be like, I'm going to say it be them times where people like, all right, boom, I post them something, and then they just keep trying to go. I'm like, nah, like, look, everybody keep, ain't no goddamn free promotion. Everybody keep seeing you on my page now.
Facts, man.
Like, for real.
Shout out to Kray, man. This man out here making
Kray, man.
What the fuck did he just say? He said, it's all in the white. He said,
first thing they say is a boy, you a comedian. Like, the fuck they got to do with it, man? Real stand up.
Facts, that is
shout out to Kray, man.
That man Kray funny as shit out there.
I'm surprised he ain't on live. Surprised he ain't on live.
I'm surprised too. You know what I'm saying? He probably checking you out and shit.
Yeah, that's my man. We definitely got support coming from both ways.
Facts. What was the most scariest show you had to like? What was the worst show that just fucked you up? You know what I'm saying, that you ever had?
It was actually a show like I did right after my grandmother. I found out my grandmother died. It was, I think I left like right after like my set. Like I didn't want to come. It was like I just wanted to do it like just to have another vibe. So I'm just like I'm doing it like I'm just.
It's hard to have like because you have to have a certain amount of energy. You know what I'm saying, to come with it. You know what I'm saying. If you can't give that energy, then people could kind of feel that, you know?
Yeah.
And so, like, I could imagine, man. That joint is tough, man. Like, one thing y'all Instagram dudes do that I really admire is just, like, y'all could just say, fuck it, and get in the camera and be like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, I'm with this and that, la-da-da. And y'all just put that shit out there and it be lit. You know, I can't, like, I realize I be struggling, like, when I try to make like little promo videos and this, because I look back at it and I be like, nah, that ain't it. So I end up doing it 5-6 times. I be like, man, this shit is. I'm gonna try to do this shit tomorrow. Like I don't know how. Like I think that you have to have this certain confidence in yourself when it comes to just making these fucking skits and shit like that.
Definitely,
like,
it's just like you gotta. I look at though. I just be like, this is who I am. Like you come around me, you're gonna get what I post. Like. I'm not gonna front like I'm like everybody that speaks to me. I don't like. I smile every time somebody I don't know. Like, ain't you K Grammi? I just give them that smile and don't be fake and really be real because I really love the support and I just love loving people and people loving me. Like it's just genuine.
No, that's really how you have to be. You know. Have you ever made a post and then look back at it later and was like, fuck, why the fuck did I post that shit?
I go through my page most every night and be deleting shit. I be like, what the hell was I thinking about doing? Yeah, but it necessarily don't be skits. It be just like probably like a post. Like I remember I used to be going off on Instagram. Like I used to be fake getting my little feelings. These bitches ain't shit. Keep leaving me. I take it down because I probably mess it up for the next one who trying to come along. I done posted that.
Man, what?
So I gotta take it out. Shout out to 3M Lonnie in my life, man. Shout out to Lonnie doing big things, man.
That's real though, because I think that when you kind of give that emotional side of yourself, people want to see that.
Yeah, I'm a Pisces. Pisces season. All Pisces. My birthday Tuesday, man.
Pisces season. Well, all right, so I'm not familiar with like how does Pisces shit go? Like what does it mean to be a Pisces?
Man, what it mean to be a Pisces? We loving, caring, like genuine. We give love, but we crazy as hell if you fuck with us though. Like that's just
Oh, okay.
That's
crazy
definitely
as hell.
Crazy as hell. But we some good people though, man. Like you gonna find a lot about Pisces. Like even Beyonce said it. She got hurt by a Pisces. So I mean, facts. She probably did something. You know, Beyonce.
Hey, probably did.
She a Virgo, so you know how that go.
Probably did. You know, it's so crazy too, because like when you came on the joint the first time, and you know when I heard you had got locked up, I was sitting up there like, I can't even see this dude getting in no situation like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
a lot of people.
Like I was like, I can't even see him like even doing no aggressive.
And that's going back to what I'm saying. Like I don't show everybody. I let the other shit show who the real me. I ain't got the broadcast it nothing, but it just be.
Man, but look, if you want to find out, sometimes you check your live because if you check your live sometimes when you going out, you know what I'm saying, parlay. I'm like, oh shit, nah, this the hood Grammy man. This one, like okay,
yeah.
All right. This the most.
It's been I've been had to delete lives. I'm drunk, pointing beams at the camera. I'm like, I ain't gotta delete that.
Delete that motherfucker. Fact out this motherfucker. So all right. So what's some new new shows you got popping off?
The comedy bash. Me and Kray birthday is on the 16th this month. Mine's on the 5th. We collab and we doing this big comedy bash. Everybody was welcome to come. It's me, Kray. Kray's actually hosting it. It's gonna be Goofy. It's gonna be Loso, Comedian Gunner, and CVP Set Mark. But I'm headlining it, so it's our comedy bash show.
That's lit. Where's it gonna be at?
Right there off road, right behind Red Lobsters.
Right behind Red Lobster. I'm trying to think, where the fuck is that? Like, cause I know what it is. I done went to that shit.
It's like you know that like the big building right there.
Yeah, I thought all them shits was like car places and shit.
I thought it was too, but that's where the show was.
Hey, look, that's what's up, man. Y'all go check that out. When is it?
March 16th.
March 16th. So that's next Friday. Next Friday.
Next.
Friday after next. Yeah, okay, yeah, Friday after next. Well, y'all make sure y'all go check that joint out, man.
Yeah, definitely gonna be lit.
That's a fact. Hey, man, you had anything else you wanted to say to the people before we get out of this motherfucker?
Man, I just want to say I love all my fans. Shout out to everybody that's on this live. Shout out to everybody that's watching. It's a good man right here. Make sure y'all see him when he blow up. K Grammi, man.
Hey, look, it'll be you before me, man. But hey, look, I appreciate you coming through, my man. We gonna dab it up one time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I had this joint up and rolling and edited so that y'all can go check this joint out. Y'all make sure y'all go follow K Grammi. K_Grammi on the motherfucking on Instagram and shit. What else you got? Like, is that just Instagram?
Man, just y'all gonna see me a movie soon. Instagram, okay. Twitter.
Instagram. And y'all go ahead, definitely make sure y'all go check out Tempopodtv. You're gonna be able to listen to this interview. You know, if you don't feel like watching it, you can go listen to the interview on SoundCloud. We on Apple Podcasts now. Shout out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna, the whole joint is gonna be on YouTube, so you'll be able to check it out there. And you know, just be on the lookout for K Grammi and his fucking comedy, man. Southeast comedy at its best.
Yeah.
You hear me? But yeah, man. Hey, look, man. Y'all be safe out here. You know, thank y'all for tuning in to the Tempo Show, man. We gonna holla at you. All right?